I gotta fix my replay size here. I'll fix that later. All right, it's gonna start. We're gonna be underway. This is a completely different video game. We are playing Crypt of the Necrodancer, and we are racing it. We are in Season X2. It's our 11th season, which is purposely confusing. And we're underway. A couple of great racers here. One of them is a crate racer. We got a Crown of Thorns pickup for Cavalca early, and I don't think Crate saw that. Do you think that'll be the difference, Mins?
I think I'll probably just, going back where right now, probably screen watching. Crate has been a pretty new face in the community, but has shown us a lot of potential. Knows the game very well.
Yeah,
and
is fast.
A very confident race meta, along with just being good at the game. Yeah,
it's.
But yeah, won't go back for the Crown of Thorns.
I'm kind of curious if Crate's been like Wasky. Thank you for the raid. Wonder if Crate's been like lurking for a while too. I feel like people get better faster nowadays than they used to, and I think it's because if you spend any time like watching for a while, you can learn a lot of the meta beforehand, so that you don't have to learn. You don't have to learn it on the fly. You can actually learn it ahead of time first before you start racing. I see that a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just a lot of new racers are just super good compared to before.
I think that's a big...
That kind of is exemplified in Conduits.
Yeah, exactly.
So stacked.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, Conduit is no... Like, these are both Conduit tier racers, and one's an Obsidian, one's in Titanium, so... I mean, it's pretty wild. Okay, we're going to get a... Oh, we had... Cavalca could have done a full Leprechaun Bounce Trap Milk. Which would have been really exciting for all of our score runners there. And we're going to pick up a... There's a mystery ring, but we're going to go with the... Oh, this is danger. Okay, Cavalca's fine. I think. Yep. Going to pick up the Ring of Peace, which is a solid find. Oh, mystery ring. It is also Ring of Peace.
Ring of Peace.
That's really funny.
It's confusing for screen watching, at least. I guess there's that.
Oh,
advantage.
Yeah. That's actually exactly right, Mins. That's a really good call. So, yeah, this gives your opponent the moment of like, wait, what do they have? You might see those little flyaway heals and be like, is it Ring of Regen? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, an Obsidian Heart pickup. The difficulty of this weapon is increased, but it is faster. And a Dry Baby in the purple chest. So, Cavalca kind of sticking with... Oh, wait, sorry. There's the Obsidian Heart. I think, did Crate also check the purple?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Crate picked it up as well. Yeah, you're right. I saw that.
Okay.
I feel like, though, picking it up, the only thing it could be that you would know right away is peace. Or maybe, like, gold, which you don't want, right? And so why pick it up when there's peace on the floor? Right? That's fine. I think it makes sense now, thinking about it and having all this time to think about it. But for during the race, of course.
Yeah, in the moment, just naturally you see a mystery ring.
I could see wanting might. Yeah, that's fair. With a with heals, but yeah, I don't. You're not gonna know it's might because you're inside. Like, you'd have to go out and attack something that has 2 health. Yeah, there's just no way to know. I think I would want peace, though, personally. I put peace very high in racing. It's really, really good. That's me, because I do dumbs and die all the time, so that's, you know.
Like, might be better at the moment, but pure peace is a lot better for build potential in the future.
Yeah. Just a lot of safety, too. I mean, safety is such a huge part of racing. If you're in Crystal, you're gonna go just whatever is fastest. But here, you know, you do want a little bit of safety. Deaths do happen at this level. Everyone plays so differently. Yeah, I agreed, Ravio. I love the differences. It's really fun to watch. I actually been talking about this a little bit, but based on what you're saying there, Ravio, it makes me think this would even be really extra cool. So I've been watching a lot of StarCraft 2 GSL, which is fantastic to watch. But a big part of it is it highlights the racers, or the runners, the competitors, and their different styles. And I feel like because we have such a huge pool of racers, it's hard to keep track of everyone. You know, we don't see the same people over and over again. And it might be neat to do a GSL style tournament, like in addition to a season. I think that'd be really cool. So it would be where you have like a smaller pool of racers. We've done it similar to that with the World Cup, but I think the style of GSL, it's a really neat format. So something to be... Yeah, it's the, I don't know, Genetic Star League. I don't know what the G stands for. Global Star League? I don't know. It's the Korean tournament. It's the CODES. It's the really good players. And the way that they run the tournament is really neat. And I think something along those lines would be cool to do, mainly because of what Ravio was saying, where you can see the styles so much more evidently. Oh, a nice little teleport there into the room, but Crate getting hammered by everything, getting the crisscross from the wall pig. And it's Spooktown, but gonna get the Shop Bro heals. Big hits.
Off the Ogre as well. Yeah, both racers saw that there was Ring of Regen for the Zone 3 boss, but didn't take it.
Yeah, lots of good rings here. There's the Ring of Frost as well. Not worth here. Great if you don't have a ring. Oh, Cavalca diving into that Golem. Ah. And do you buy the freeze? You don't. You take the heals. I would take the freeze there, I think. Freeze is so good. Yeah, let's see what... Crate's going to probably do both.
Well.
Yeah, you've already got your heals. But definitely some spook going on right now. This is what's fun about Zone 4, is it really tests you. Zone 4 is rough. And we're seeing a lot of pushing here with this cat, which you want to see, but a little spicy. Scoot, just enough beats for Crate to get to that exit. Cavalca's going to ring around the Rosie there, and Crate doing a couple of extra blood drums.
Isn't completely without regen thanks to the Shop Bro.
Yeah.
2 of the 4 familiars.
Ooh, Cavalca diving for that trapdoor, missing the scatter trap. Wise play. You don't want to step on that, right? Cancel. And then, on to 5-2. Both racers finishing around the same time. This is a very tight race. We got the big dig for Cavalca, a little bit of extra mobility, a little bit more damage. It is the difference between 2 and 3 damage, so that could matter, but it matters a lot less late in the game than it does early. And a nice little freeze there for Crate to make that a safe exit. And Crate's going to be first down to Dead Ringer, but only by a nose. And we're just going Blood Drum, full Blood Drum here for Crate. And we'll see if this pays off. Crate going to be the first down to Necrodancer by a pretty decent margin, but only has a heart and a half health. And is going to want to do some blood digs. So, ballsy play there to do the full Blood Drum kill on Dead Ringer. But I appreciate it. It's definitely the faster play. Ooh, and it looks like Cavalca's actually going to be the first one. Did they bomb themselves to go faster? Oh, no, they had the big dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the big dig's faster.
Digs.
Big dig with the blood. Woof. So Cavalca actually gains, and Cavalca, they both have 1 hit left. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a bad teleport for Cavalca, and Crate is going to take the first match. Stunning finish there. So I think Crate did lead by the end for a good chunk of it. So there's a deserved win, but that big dig blood drum almost caught Cavalca right up. And look at how close that is. A 10-second difference. Let's get our big moment. And that's this clear here. Not having a bad Necrodancer teleport and being close to the exit. But when you look at Cavalca's, look at this teleport. Dorian's in the way. You're just not, it's just not looking good. And that's your difference right there. Right at the end. GG's, what a run. That was an excellent way to start the Necrodancing portion of the show.
Definitely. We saw like some pretty good build divergence, and it was kind of hard to determine who exactly had the advantage. But that freeze spell in Zone 4 for Crate seems to have saved quite a bit of time. allowing Crate to not just catch up, but take the lead.
Definitely well played with the spells. Using your spells. Praising the spirit of Jack of Games. And using their spells. Well done. Alright, let's get into this. Let's get a little CoNDOR hype.
CoNDOR hype!
There we go. Uh-oh, unready. Hold on just a second. Had a white screen there for Crate, so just give us a sec. Crate's gonna try and get that fixed. All right, and as they get this set up, oh, it looks like I guess it's a not responding error for Crate, so Crate's just gonna be a moment. Good thing this happened pre-race. So it looks like they closed the game, just gotta restart it. So how's your season been going so far there, Mins?
Well, it's been going well. I've been mostly commentating. I've only been doing the auto gens and not really accepting challenges because I'm not really feeling the races this season. But still want to participate.
Yeah, I'm
just not giving it my all. Yeah.
I'm feeling you too. I'm having the same issue. I'm just my racing has been off. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. In my seasons where I've done well, it's because my opponents die, and I never die. And now I am dying, and my opponents are not dying. That is the problem. I'm able to push the opponents. Like, I can keep up with a lot of people, but in previous seasons, they died and I didn't. In this season, I'm dying and they're not, so... Good times. But yeah, I'm just trying to get through the auto gens, not doing too many. I do like racing, but I don't like the feels bad man of like losing a whole bunch and doing stupid things. So I don't know. You gotta take the good with the bad, I suppose. In any case, looks like we are running. We got Crate versus Cavalca, game 2. Crate up a match and a flail pickup. Are both taking it. Ballsy. Base flail is not great. This is also the wrong way, so here's where screen peeking really matters. Okay, looks like Crate realizes that now.
Bob is swapping back to the dagger as well.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really interesting divergence between the two. Maybe the dagger is for a throw potential. Ooh, but you could bomb here, so you don't throw. Okay, yeah, this is right. So Zoller, yeah, we've got someone new to the scene. That's very exciting. Welcome. So yeah, it's going to be the quickest to beat a particular seed. This seed is blind to both racers, though, but it is the same seed, which I think is pretty important for when you're racing. You want to make sure that the racers have as even footing as possible. And then, of course, because this is a roguelike, there's a lot of randomness, and you're trying to sort of react to every single situation. So people who get really good at Necrodancer racing tend to have the skill of being able to handle situations and react to them and understand situations. Unlike other speed racing tournaments where where it's more just about like inputs and being efficient with your button presses. This is a little bit more about, understanding the situation you find yourself in. So, yeah, it's cool. If you do have questions, please ask. We've got tons of people who can explain. But, yeah, it's fastest. It's who can beat the game the fastest. It is the DLC, the Amplified DLC. But we have modded it slightly. So you'll look in the bottom left. It says Seeded Condo Run. This is our mod. And the only difference is we've removed a few items that are a little overpowered. We find this balances the game a lot better. So the boots of lunging, the boots of leaping, and the axes have been removed. If you don't remove axes, every race has an axe. Whoever gets it wins. So we found that it's better if we don't have axes. Hey, Sleemo.
On the topic of screen watching, it's really something you just have to practice. There's a few race things that don't really come up in normal play, like something as simple as just resetting if you go the wrong way on 1-1. If you aren't used to running seated mode, you might just like walk back because that's what you do in normally. So what I recommend is getting racing early.
Cavalca took a hit there. Yeah, race meta is different than speedruns. Speedruns, you go and die, and then you go and die again, and go and die, and then maybe eventually get a PB. Whereas racing, you do not want to die. You want to play at least a little bit safe. And yeah, like you said, there's certain things that you can do on the first floor. In my race earlier today against DT, you know, you can keep an eye on what your opponent's doing, and you go one way, they go the other, and then if they find something, you can always double back, or you can reset. I think I got down to 1-3 really fast, and he was still on 1-1 and found something awesome, so I just reset, because it would have been a lot worse eventually for me to not have whatever that awesome thing was. Okay, so we... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
One thing to know about this heal spell is that we're seeing it being used on the stairs, and that is allowing the racers to get half a heart back every time they go on the stairs, because when you're on the stairs, you can't lose health. So if you just cast the spell, it will heal without any cost. And we kind of just are very used to seeing that at this point.
I liked the little slime receptionist in the shop there. That was delightful for Crate. Just slime hanging out. How'd you get in there, you silly goose? Freddy seemed to be okay with him. But yeah, the iframes on the stairs are going to protect you from any damage, including blood heals. Which I feel like was one of those... Oh, this is so scary for Cavalca. Half a heart. There's too many enemies. Too many enemies. Okay, looks like we're okay. Doesn't have the blood rapier. The build for Crate is so much better right now. They look very similar, but +1 damage and the blood rapier versus the gold rapier. This is a much better situation for Crate. But like you were mentioning with the blood heals, we're going to want to see a lot of those from Cavalca to make sure they get their health back up. Any kind of regen is pretty valuable.
It's definitely a case of damage up being safety as well.
Oh, totally.
Cavalca here.
100%. Ooh, and Cavalca's actually going to take the strength charm. The shopkeeper familiar wants to keep their spells. You can only hold 2 spells at a time, so didn't want the fireball. Didn't take the battle shovel, which was bold. Because pickaxe is worse. We got Big Dig, though, for Crate, which we saw at the end of the last race. Almost catch Cavalca up. Oh, interesting. Crate is going to leave the... That might have been a mistake. Leaving the blood drum on the floor seems wrong, especially given what we saw with the blood drum and the stage in the last race. You want Big Dig, blood drum. There's Big Dig for Cavalca. Crate has a pretty okay lead. I wouldn't say it's like a huge lead. I mean, it's Zone 4, which are notoriously long levels, but I think, well, we'll see. I think Cavalca going with the boss shrine, I get it, wanted damage up, but is now going to have too many bosses every floor, which can be kind of costly in time.
Monkey Pig will be pretty good, but seems to be losing too much ground.
Yeah, we see Crate already onto the Zone 4 boss. Cavalca here only halfway through Zone 4. Oh! Yeah. Taking a hit from the Nightmare. And that, let's get a replay on that. That's just, I think maybe expected to attack an enemy there. Or just lost track of the beat. You can lose track of when your enemy's moving. Maybe expected to move next to him. Oh, was it a wrong spell play? Well, that could have been. Hey, Spooty. Thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Welcome, everybody from Spooty's channel. Hope you're doing well. Spooty's got a race coming up. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, if anybody's having any sort of audio issues, let me know as well. I have a new mixer, and I'm still learning all the little kinks, so if anything's a little quiet, let me know, and I'll turn it up. More mins and more music? Alright, well, I just turned up the music because I did realize it was a little quiet. Ooh, look at that safety right there. I don't know if Crate's going to take it, though. Does already have basically plate mail with the charm and the chainmail, so it doesn't need heavy plate. It would be a full heart extra of protection, but I think we're doing okay, and especially without the pressure of your opponent behind you, given the death from Cavalca, I think that Crate can kind of just slow play a little bit. No problem, QP. Thanks for letting me know.
Probably taking Finn. That Crate only has 3 hearts, but yeah, not all too important.
Yeah, it's a little scary. No potion, but does have a lot of armor, so isn't gonna get insta-dunked in the Necrodancer fight. Nice easy left side. Wait for it. Scoot, scoot. Still getting used to that. Okay, so yeah, nice easy bombs in. It's not a problem that Crate doesn't have the blood drum. Might have been if Cavalca was still alive. Oh, nice little leprechaun milk there from Cavalca. Dong the gong yourself? Nah, you don't dong it yourself. You stand there honking it, and then Deadringer will dash into it. I think the problem, it doesn't seem super obvious because the dash happens in one beat, so there's literally like no animation. It's just like happens and then he's dead and everything disappears. There's no like beat to be like you win. It's just like everything goes away in one moment. So that might be what looks kind of confusing. But you can get him to dong it, but you've got to get him to dong it, or you can kill him. All right, let's get that big moment. This isn't it. This is it. So yeah, taking hits, getting a little bit crowded, getting a little softened up by everything, and then with only 1 heart remaining, jumping into that nightmare.
Oh yeah, definitely wrong spell. Casting Blood Heal instead of Shield.
Yeah, Blood Heal is not gonna help. Yeah, that was the shield. Yeah, wrong spell hurts. You know, there was a way that was fixed when this game first came out. I'm not sure, Mins, if you're familiar with the before times of Necrodancer. Way back when spells had specific combos. So each spell was a specific finger combo, but there was only a handful of spells, so it was possible. So like Fireball was left-right every time. If you use left-right, it's Fireball. And that would have probably saved that situation, because right now the problem is that your spells, it depends on which slot it's in.
Yeah.
But the thing about the left-right Fireball, which was awesome, was that because it launches like fire out both sides, left and right, it actually feels like you're doing that a lot more. It was very, what's the word? I don't know, percussive? It just felt real good. All right, we're going. Ooh, what do we do here? This is ballsy from Crate. Gonna take a free glass, though. Is actually not bad. Probably won't see the gi. This is not the best Shriner I've ever seen. You gonna see a gi?
Taking the gi.
Yeah, get that 8 damage. Oh, Cavalca just wanted a cheese and a...
For the Shriner.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's an interesting bomb, though.
That's kind of not great for the time that costs, just to get some glass armor and cheese. Not too sure on that one there, Cavalca. Meanwhile, Crate doing 5 damage with already in 1-1. And gonna get a Lep Milk here, but of course not gonna be able to milk it very much. Just very aggressively milking that Leprechaun and it just dies instantly. So, gonna move on.
That's very cursed.
No milk. Just a very aggressive milk there. But we can dig into this blood shop and it's got some armor. But do you throw? No, you bomb, of course. And we've almost got a full glass build here. Gonna keep the cheese over the blood drum. We're gonna have to get Rat in here. Rat is our resident blood drum lobbyist. He's a big fan of the blood drum. Has been from the start. And was really one of the first people to use it almost every race. He would just... Even if the blood shop was bad, he would kill the shopkeep just to get the blood drum. It's really good. 5 damage doesn't need the drum. Ugh. But maybe you do. Because you're not keeping this dagger. This dagger is only to get you to maybe get you to zone 1, maybe zone 2 boss. And then the blood drum is gonna give you digs. If you can manage to keep this glass shovel all the way to the Necrodancer fight, then good on you. But I'm gonna say that chance is slim to none. So this is why the blood drum is really good. So the fact that Cavalca kept it, I think, is very positive for Cavalca. Would a holstered dagger be a pocket knife? Yeah, I like that. I'm into it. I'm gonna say yes. And also, yeah, also Dead Ringer. And all the bosses. If you have any sort of regen, then blood drum all the bosses. What are we doing here, Cavalca? Taking this Minotaur on a little bit of a walk. Oh, we're gonna grab a glass weapon here. Very nice. Good heads up play. Gonna grab that glass cat, I'm sure. Now this choice might have been based on seeing what Crate got. Well, Crate got a titanium staff from the boss, which is fine. But if you're this far behind and you're like, well, I could get a decent glass weapon here and then not have to deal with this jankiness of the staff. So we'll see if Cavalca goes for purple here. This could be a good advantage. Yeah, shield spell with the glass. Solid take. Good choices. Yeah, they got to push, but they can. I think they have the ability to push here.
Yeah, Crate is spending quite a bit of time building up on Zone 2 as well.
Yeah, I feel like, I know you've done a lot of commentary lately. Do you feel like you've seen, because I've seen a few times where racers will, like, look over and they'll be like, oh, they're in the other zone. Oh, no, Cavalca, you bombed your dagger. Is this a black chest? It's not, it's a red chest. We have 6 bombs to get us out of this pickle. The chest on this floor is not... Oh, that was so bad. Oh, black chest, save us. Don't be boots. It's a... Okay. Base cat's actually a pretty decent pickup there.
Yeah, definitely could have been worse. And it actually is a weapon.
Yeah.
So...
What a colossal waste of time, unfortunately. That's the tragedy of glass there. And that was, like, all the way back to the other side of the map to get that weapon. There's the blast helm. So huge advantage for Crate here, about to drop into Zone 3. The thing I was saying before was sometimes I see racers glance over and they're like, oh, I'm a zone ahead, and just immediately swap into slow play. And then next thing you know, your opponent is breathing down your neck. It's a pretty dangerous thing to do. So you have to watch. Like if you're only a zone ahead, especially early, it's like nothing. Unless you're playing against one of the crystal racers. Because any distance they get on you is probably permanent. You as in the royal you, not you specifically, Mins.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to throw shade just at you. Yeah. If a crystal racer gets like an inch on you, it's like, okay, well, I hope they die, because I'm not going to catch them.
Yeah. Like, your opponent on the run back can find something like a courage shovel, and then they actually go way faster than you expect them to, and when you check back on them again,
they're past you.
Actually right there.
Right on your tail, yeah. Yeah, it's actually astounding how fast the courage shovel is not as obviously fast as like maybe the courage ring. I feel like the courage shovel, it just saves so much time, but you just don't expect it. It's really overpowered. Alright, this is still a 2 damage cat, which I think is very solid. In terms of 2 damage weapons, the cat is definitely one of the higher ones, because you can reach around the shields of the skeletons. Most 2 damage weapons suffer from trying to kill like black skeletons and not being able to do damage on them. But with this, you can be a little bit craftier with your attacks.
Looks like Crate's bringing staff into Zone 4 as well.
That's ballsy. Does have a blast helmet with 15 grenades. Oh, didn't do the shot. Take the shot. All right. That was awesome. And here you can pulse this.
Ooh.
This is juicy. That is the best possible
food
shop. Can you get magic food in the food shop? I can't remember.
Pretty sure you can.
Okay, so it's the best non-magic food shop.
You can't get.
Oh, can't.
You cannot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I heard can. That's fine. Yeah. Well, in that case, that is the best shop. I feel like there was a time. My brain is struggles to know what was changed and when, because there was a lot of rapid fire updates, and I feel like sometimes I still think things are the way they used to be. Yeah, put me in a home. Okay, Grandpa. Oh, you're gonna get some of that magic cookies in that food shop, huh? Oh man, these teleports, very nice for Crate.
Yeah. Zone first step always a bit scary because of the warlocks and the golems can put you in some really bad situations.
Oh, Cavalca taking a big hit there. Yeah. No blast helm plays there from Cavalca. I feel like with that number of bombs, those bombs are gonna be much faster than just trying to cat your way through it. And when you get to this point, when you've got a pretty decent build in terms of health and armor, you really gotta try and think about which move is gonna save the most beats. It's a lot to think about, but it can mean a lot. That was a nice little pulse there from Cavalca.
Yeah, that's definitely what separates the best racers from those reaching the best, is being efficient like that and tanking the right hits, when to tank hits.
Yeah. And I think Zone 4 really is the difference maker for a lot of racers. Certainly for me, it's so slow. I just can't. And anytime I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to move past these Golems and move past these Blade Masters, next thing I know, they're like closing in behind me. I'm like, what is... Ah! So it can be really hard, and just knowing how to differentiate that, that's like the key, I think, to the Crystal Racer. Yeah, Cavalca's rocking these spells big time. All right, we're going to see some lures. I love the luring. Find this
seems to have
strat alluring.
Decent enough of a lead to do lures.
It's absolutely the right play there. Not staff strats. Yeah, let's do something that's 100% consistent instead of something that's actually 100% consistent. I hate this. I've got my I hate this.
I hate this.
There you go. I got all my Mac board over here. If need be. Haven't needed it
You
yet.
also have a he pulls it off button.
Oh, I don't have a he pulls it off button. I should have that. That's a good one.
It's a two-part button. You start with I hate this, and then when it's 100% consistent, you follow up.
He's so angry about the pulling it off too, which is funny. All right,
Yeah.
Crate with a 3-0 on Cavalca, but Cavalca keeping it close. Excellent races from the two of them. GG's.
Yep, GG's. Too great.
Very well played. All right, that concludes our Titanian. Let me fix this before I forget to fix it.